Chris.
Oops, sorry. Yeah, I hit the record button quicker than you were ready, but hopefully you're ready to go. We matched today. I don't know if that was planned. I did not text Ruben and say we're wearing red for our podcast today.
Right.
But we're both wearing red today. It is the Christmas season, and this is the winter special where we have a list of individuals that are proven experts in the industry that are going to share their thoughts with what they do really well in their business and how that can make you better in your business. We have John Kite from Integrity. We have John Stagner, a Medicare expert from the central part of the country. We have Eric Hamadi. We have Ruben Trejo from the Deep South. We've got Paul Grandin, and many others scheduled for this winter special. But we have Ruben today, matching in red, talking about how to keep what you wrote. Ruben, I appreciate you being here today. Say hi to whoever's watching and let them know a little bit about you before we get into it together.
Very awesome. Well, my name is Ruben. I'm here in Houston, Texas. And no, I'm excited to be on here. I was just complimenting Chris on his videos. Man, this guy's on fire. So no, I appreciate you and what you've done in the industry, Chris. And so I love watching and seeing you on here, buddy.
Absolutely. Wherever you're watching us at, make sure you engage in the content. We're creating this as a Christmas gift to the industry. How you can gift it back to us is to like, comment, and subscribe so we know that you watched and took something from it. So, Ruben, you've been doing Medicare for quite a while. You started in final expense and you've mastered Medicare. And a lot of folks are good at writing it, but not everybody's good at keeping it. So what kind of thoughts can you share with us about follow-up and keeping what you sold?
Awesome question. I love this question because this is something that I implemented in life insurance. Okay. I was doing life insurance for 7-8 years before I actually started implementing this. And that is building strong relationships. Number one, customer service. I know that you've seen this, Chris, a whole lot, man. You sell a policy, and you forget about the client. And you're moving so fast that, you don't intentionally do it, but you do it and you forget. Okay. So I'm going to start with building strong relationships. Man, something that I started doing is I started sending birthday cards out, anniversary cards out, just, hey, how are you doing? Text out to every single one of them. And you know what started happening? Man, I started getting a bunch of referrals. Okay. I was purchasing leads, but holy cow, I started receiving a lot of referrals, and it was costing me nothing but just a few minutes of saying hello. Let me see, thank you cards. Every single time that I sent out a thank you card, I would receive a call, a text, hey, Ruben, how are you doing, in the middle of the week. And sometimes in this industry, because this industry is kind of difficult, it's a nice pick me up. Hey, thank you so much. Hey, guess what? I have an uncle. Hey, I have a cousin, or I just lost someone and I want you to take care of this family. And so building strong relationships in this industry is very, very important. It's kind of like going to church. Hey, you want to build, you just don't want to go to a building. You want to have relationships. You want church to work as a church, community. So yeah.
Interesting. I think it's difficult too, because in many cases we're taught and grew up in an industry where it's one call close, got to take one lead and move on to the next one. In many cases it's survival mode. In many cases it's transactional, but you reach this evolutionary moment where you realize, all right, I survived. Now I'm sort of thriving in this business. Now I can kind of nurture that relationship with the client that has now been my client. When did you realize that you had to move out of survival mode and really move into relationships and thrive mode to take your business to the next level?
This is something that I talk about. All of us have an ego, Chris. I know I do. I'm the best. No one can do better than me. And what I did is I shunned any type of help. Okay. It was until year 7. Okay. I've been doing this for 16 years. It was until year 7, year 8, where I was just in survival mode. And I said, hey, man, I reached out to someone, hey, man, I need help. And guess what happened? I just exploded. Okay. And the more questions that I asked, the more answers that came in, and it just changed my life, my entire life. And man, there's a lot of high fives that I'd like to give out, but no, man, my business grew because I was seeking help. What you're doing right here in this industry, I don't know if anyone knows Chris Smith. I know Chris Smith. I've known him for many, many years. I've heard his name. And this guy just blew up because he was educating people. He was helping people. And no, I appreciate you asking me to be a part of this, Chris, because right now I'm in the mode where I want to give back. I want to give back to the community. So I appreciate being on here.
Absolutely. I think what's challenging in our industry is that as much as people ask for help, when they finally reach that moment, it's actually implementing the help that they're provided, because there's nothing that drives a mid-level manager crazier than taking an hour out of their day to train somebody and then they don't do anything with the information. Like once you've asked for help and you received the information, what pushed you to that next level to actually implement what someone was telling you to do?
Honestly, I was hungry. Okay. I was hungry. And it was something inside of me where I said, man, I can't live like this anymore. And I wanted it. Yeah. And I'm sure you've heard the story, brother. My wife was calling me from the grocery store and was, asking me if she could buy milk or groceries for my kids, for my family. And I said, you know what? This is where I completely humbled myself. And I said, help. And someone reached out and said, yeah, I could help you. But it was something that came from within. Hey, I can't do it by myself anymore. So yeah, people are always willing to help, are always willing to give. All you have to do is knock and the door will be open.
Yeah. Find the people that are willing to give back too. Because I've ran into a few conversations where they're like, well, I'm not making any money off of you, or you don't have any contracts with me, or what's this going to do for me? I'm like, whoa, that answered a lot of questions right there. If you're not even willing to give a little bit of insight to something, then that's something's probably not something I want to be involved in anyway.
Right.
With our industry, with all the folks on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and such, it's also dangerous because it can become an echo chamber of negativity. And I have this reputation probably of saying all the time, like, the sky isn't falling. Why are you all so afraid of the fact that things change? How do you make sure that you're present and involved in helping others, but not caught in the trap of negativity that so many Medicare agents fall victim to?
I just want to make sure that I understand this. I try to stay away from negativity. I mean, this is not only here in this industry, at home. Don't bring that home. Leave it outside. Okay, we're going home to, I guess, to rest. But man, I don't like to focus on negativity. I saw, and someone just recently, it was Josh. That said, Josh Lustig, that said, hey, you know what? Don't think of things as negative things, just challenges. Okay, challenges because challenges, you want to overcome challenges. Okay, negative stuff is just a cancer. It's just there. And for me, I like challenges, and I don't want to focus on the negative, but the positive, because the more positive that you stay, you're going to continue growing, brother. I was 100 pounds heavier just 2 years ago. Okay. I went to the doctor, Chris. I went to the doctor, and the doctor said, hey, I'd like to prescribe something for you. And I said, what is it? And he said, metformin. Brother, I started tearing up. And I said, no. I said, as a matter of fact, make sure that that's not in the system. he says, what system? I said, you know what system I'm talking
You
about?
know what's
I said, I don't want that in my system because I'm going to buy more life insurance. And sure enough, they had already put it in life insurance. But man, I started changing what I do. I drink a gallon of water a day. Okay.
Wow.
I started walking. I couldn't even walk 3 blocks. Okay. And I just started focusing on what I can do. I stay positive, Chris. I just hate negativity. And I think if you go and check on my Facebook page, on my Instagram page, there's nothing negative on there. Okay. People may say, hey, Ruben, this guy's a fool. I'm going to stay away from it. I'm not going to try to defend, because you've convinced yourself, okay, that I'm a fool. Same thing here. Hey, you could convince yourself that the sky is falling. But I think that there are challenges like in life, but I want to overcome these challenges by staying positive and sticking to people like you, positive people.
Well said. Funny story. I've been trying to figure out how to, do some updates on my Instagram account because I got hacked on Facebook. I woke up. I was trying to run ads and learn how to do better at technology instead of operating my business like it was 2016. So I took some time with a guy. He showed me how all this stuff worked. I've been trying to learn Go High Level. It's like another language to me. And I woke up one morning and it said that your ads had violated something and to click this button before you lose your account. And I clicked the button and I lost my account because I got hacked.
Yeah.
But it's an example of adversity. Maybe it'll get fixed. Maybe it won't. But maybe it means I just need to focus on something else for the time being. And I'm not going to let it disrupt like my life. Like we're bigger than those kind of like little mid-level adversities that we face.
It's a challenge.
It is. That's all that it is. Like, are you dead from it? No. Did they take your kids away because of it? No. Are you completely bankrupt? No. Like, there's so many worse things that can happen in people's lives. We let such little issues disrupt us, and it's kind of silly when you look at it in retrospect, right?
Right.
What do you think was some of the biggest challenges you faced in this or the previous AEP, and how did you overcome them?
Right now, I'm in growth mode. Okay. And right now, I am going to a lot of conferences because I want to learn how to grow. I want to learn. I know how to sell. Now I want to know how to work my business. Okay. I currently have 5 people here in my office working with me. Okay. We're in growth mode. I want to figure out, okay, what can I do for them? What can I provide for them to be successful? And that's in the mode that I'm in right now. So challenges, that's it. Just knowing the next thing. Okay, reading books, but knowing the next thing.
Interesting.
Talking to the right people.
What made you decide to make that evolution from personally producing at the elite level of this industry to reproducing yourself in that sense of the business?
There's only so many things that I can do. Okay. I would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, get ready. I was out of the house at 7 o'clock. I was leaving. I was leaving at 7:30. Okay, coming back at 9, 10 o'clock. Okay. Challenges. One of the things that I did is I missed, and I'm sure that there's a lot of people, and I hope there's not. I missed my daughter's. I feel like I missed her life. Okay, because I was so focused. Okay, on always trying to do it. Now I try, and I say try because I haven't mastered it yet. I try to clock out at 6 o'clock. Okay. Do I receive phone calls from my agents? Yes. But I try to clock out from me being here at the office by 6 because I want to be a family man. Okay. I have 2 more kids at home. Okay. I'm a granddaddy. Okay. I want to be available for my kids. So, that's time is what I was looking for.
If you're willing to share, and if not, throw a different question my way, but is it an LOA model that you're looking to build? Are these independent producers similar to how you grew up in the industry? What model are you taking to reproduce your talent in others?
Both. Okay. I'm doing LOA and I'm doing independent. Okay. And so I right here in my office, everyone's LOA, but I do have agencies, independent agencies, and independent partners that are out there, and that's where I'm giving, and I'm looking for a manager currently to help me with managing both things. And yeah.
Interesting. Because the way we started in the business was very different than the LOA trajectory that others started in the business. Do you think
Correct.
it's a different type of person that fits that mold, or just a different type of like, how do you find that kind of a person that wants a job? And it's not a bad thing. It's just a different track.
Absolutely. And a lot of people throw oranges and apples and oranges at this model or this model. Chris, if I could, let's just say, if I could go and work for you, okay. Again, I said I was broke, Chris. I had no money, okay. And I remember how successful you were. If there was a model where you could tell me, hey, Ruben, hey, how about I pay you a salary and pay you commission? That way you could have um, some money to take back home. I would have jumped all over it. Okay.
Mhm.
And so there's opportunity here and there's opportunity here. Okay. Um, LOA agents that are currently right here, I open the door for them to come to the independent side. Okay. But man, they're doing well over here. Okay. So why I just don't like to mix them up. And so I
Yeah.
don't know if I answered the question
Oh yeah, it's
correctly.
a different opportunity. Just like it might be free leads, might be, high comp, might be an LOA model. It's just
Correct.
a different way to successfully utilize your license and live your life. Like, I think sometimes we get so wrapped up in the hustle culture that this industry has vomited on people. We don't realize, there has to be a time where we're in it and a time that we're out of it. I've been messaging to my agency the last 3 months that Christmas and New Year's fall at the most inconvenient times of the week. It's like Tuesday and Wednesday. I realized that months ago, and I looked at the schedule and I said, this is really going to throw a lot of people off. We got to start talking about this now. And I said, if you write a little bit more business every week, every single week until that point, you can take 10 days off, or you can put yourself 10 weeks behind and not preparing for that. And why have I been messaging that to them? Because I don't want to be hypocritical, because I'm going to be taking time off from the 26th until the 1st. I want my phone to be as off as I can make it, because I want to be present in the world around me. And I think people struggle with that work-life balance. And
You got
tell
it.
me more about how you made that decision to sort of be successful, but be off at a certain point.
Man, again, I'm trying.
Try
Okay, I'm
offered.
trying. Yeah,
Yeah.
because my phone rings right now. It's already 5 times. Okay, I'm trying. And so as of right now, I have been taking more time off. I have been vacationing. I do put people responsible right now, and that's where the LOA model has been blessing me,
Hmm.
because they do pick up the phone when I'm not available. But again, the phone is so addictive, where I just want to go and help. That's what I did for 24 years. I was a minister. Hey, dude, I want to help the world. I want to help the world. And so, same thing. It's addictive, man. And I haven't mastered it yet. So,
Intentionally trying to get better every single day. What would you say your biggest goals are for your business in its current evolutionary state for next year? And how can somebody take that and kind of run with it themselves?
I want 2025 to be 5 times better than this year. Okay. And I say 5 times, not 10 times, um, because that's where I'm moving. Okay. What am I trying to do? Again, educate myself. Educating myself is talking to people like you, talking to other people in the industry that are here and not here. Okay, because everyone wants to help you. Your mom, your dad, everyone wants to help you. They think they know the industry. Uh, I want to talk to people that have been doing it well, doing it successfully, and take pieces of what they know, okay, and implement it into what I'm doing. Okay, so with that being said, is brother, I'm going to be contacting my book of business a whole lot. Okay, I'm gonna be leveraging technology this year. I think more than any other year, I've been leveraging technology, my CRM, contacting everyone, getting my LOAs, my people that work with me, to contact more people, ask, how can I help you? Did you know? Hey, how are you doing? Happy birthday! Hey, remember that life insurance that we were talking about? So we're gonna be very, very busy this coming year. Okay, 5 times busier this year than any other year. Okay, and buying more leads. Okay, and again, just talking to people like you, Chris, just trying to figure out, okay, what do we need to do next? There's nothing new. Scripture says there's nothing new under the sun. Okay, someone knows what you want to know, and so I want to figure out, okay, what do I do next? So
Interesting. You went to a lot of events. Or got around a lot of people that have kind of helped you extract useful pieces of information. How do you find that balance between being away from home but being in a place to help grow your business? Because that's a challenge for me. Like, I have this event that I was invited to attend for a carrier that's launching a product, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to go. Like, it's Thursday. The kids have this, that, and the other thing to do. Is missing one day in their life going to change the rest of their life? Probably not. But it's hard for me, different than maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago, where I'm like, sure, that's fine. I'll go to this one, that one, and the one after that. Now it's harder to want to do that kind of stuff. So how did you strike that balance to put yourself in front of people smarter and richer and more experienced, but not, become home enough too?
That's a great question. And it's something that I used to not do. Okay. Now I bring my family with me. I make it a little small vacation, even if it's 2, 3 days. They come with me, and I make sure that on a weekly basis, my wife and I are going out on a date. Okay, we want to remind ourselves, hey, this is why we fell in love and continue dating each other. Hey, you know what? This business that we have, it's a fun thing. Let's do it together. Okay, my kids are working here with me. Okay, they're answering phones. They want to figure out, okay, hey, dad is successful. I want to know what he's doing. So everyone here is working with me.
Well said.
So, yeah.
Well said. There's going to be someone watching this, I'm sure, that is at a stage you were at years ago in this business, that final expense producer that kind of knows what Medicare is, but doesn't know if they should do it yet. And they haven't even come close to reaching that point where there's deposits and renewals and residuals and all the obvious signs of why they should do it. What would you say to that final expense producer who is just, they know about Medicare, but they don't know if they should really do it yet?
If I could do this 20 years ago, if I could do this 15 years ago, I would have done it then, because my residuals would be that much greater. Okay. We're all looking to retire. We're all looking to slow down. I know, Chris, you're handsome, you're young, but you're looking to slow down. I'm
Eventually,
currently 49 years old. I'm currently 49 years old. I'm currently wanting to slow down here in the future. Okay. Start as soon as you can. Will there be challenges? Yes, but challenges can be overcome. So do it. Just do it. Nike, just do it.
Well said. Just got to do it at some point, or you're going to look back and really regret all the people that have passed you by. And not that your success defines theirs or vice versa, but like you could have been in that position. And that's like final expense FOMO that I want people to avoid. In your local market, were there anything interesting that you saw in Medicare? John Stagner was saying how he works in a very depressed, financially challenged area in his area. But I know in Texas, the plans are really different, like low copays, low costs, like great networks. Was there any local adversity or changes that you guys overcame, or has it been pretty solid in that market?
It's been fairly solid. Like, it's been fairly solid here. Again, we did really, really well. We did really well here in this market. So
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Is there anything else that you would say to an agent who is considering just giving up? Like they're on job boards, they've been on a job interview, they didn't tell their upline that they were, but they're considering going back to like some other industry or occupation and just giving up their dream of being a successful insurance agent. What would you say to them?
It's an interesting question. Look for people if you're in this industry and are really struggling. Look for help. Don't be prideful like I was. Look for help. If you need to go and work in an LOA system, work in an LOA system. This learn it. Learn it. This business is a beautiful business where you get to talk to people, give to people, spend time with people. Again, I've received so many. Hey, thank you, Ruben. Thank you so much for your help. This business is such a beautiful business. Again, if you're currently struggling and are fixing to give up, look for someone that has a system that can help you, because the systems are out there. Okay, and
there's nothing new under the sun. You just got to find one of those things to plug into and let it do its job. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been a successful thing to plug into anyway. It's a very valid point. It's just find it and let it run with it. Any other closing thoughts that you find that, reflecting on the last year might be beneficial for people to hear about?
Man, now I did have a quote that I did want to share with you, and this was a high school quote. And in high school we have a bunch of things that you remember. Yeah, I was in theater, and I remember one of my friends who was very, very good at what she does. She says, "Hey, I have our quote for the year: to be good is not enough when your destiny is to be the greatest." Same thing that runs in my mind. Hey, I'm good, but can I be better? And the answer is yes. I can always be better. So, yeah, that's my closing thought for you. I want every one of you guys to pass me up, and many have. There's so much out there in this industry. Let's be successful together. I want to learn from you.
Could always be better. Could always continue to strive to grow and continue to pour into others. And you can continue to engage in our content for watching. Like, comment, share. We've got tons of amazing videos coming out this week, next week, where the rest of the industry has fallen asleep, where your uplines are nowhere to be found. We're pouring into you and providing content that makes you better, feel good about what you do, and allow you to push forward. So engage in that content and share it with others. Ruben, thanks for being on with me today.
Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate you.